Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, don't dress like that in front of my kids. Just another story about my boyfriend's crazy, entitled aunt and cousin. Crazy Karen knocked on my friend's door because her daughter wasn't invited to a play date. Mother goes against daughter's wishes when it comes to her new grandchild. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Don't dress like that in front of my kids. Just another story about my boyfriend's crazy, entitled aunt and cousin. This happened in the summer of 2018. You know the aunt from this post and the cousin from this one. My boyfriend Cyrus, name changed, and I were on our way to a dinner party and stopped by at his parents' home because he needed to drop off something his dad had asked for. As he went to see his dad in the study, I parked the car and then went in to wait in the living room. His mom greeted me with her usual warmth. His aunt and cousin, along with cousin's gaggle of children, were there too. Cousin greeted me, then gave me a once-over and whispered something to her mom, i.e. Cyrus's aunt. They waited until Cyrus's OM had left the room, before aunt said to me, you really shouldn't dress like that in front of children. It's a bad influence on them. Me, what do you mean, dress like that? We're going to a dinner party, I'm dressed appropriately. I was wearing a black, one-shoulder pencil dress. Cousin, well, your legs are exposed. I don't want my kids to think that it's okay for a woman to dress this way. You should go home and change, or at the very least, go outside and wait in your car. I'm 5 feet 8 inches and I have long legs, but my outfit really wasn't showing a lot of skin. Certainly not enough to warrant this kind of a reaction. Besides, her kids were playing at the other side of the room and didn't pay any attention to me, so I have no idea why she was acting this way. Me, sarcastically, damn it. I knew I should have just worn the bikini. Aunt, do you think you're funny? As they were babbling, Cyrus entered the living room. They didn't see him. He had heard what they were saying and clearly didn't like what he heard. Aunt and cousin never talk shit in front of him as he has chewed them out in the past. He asked cousin why aunt and cousin couldn't dress better. Did they really think it was okay for cousin's kids to see them dressed in tacky saris? They should probably go home and change. When they acted indignant, he simply asked, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you feel insulted that someone is commenting on the way you dress?" They obviously had no answer. Cousin gave me one last angry look as we were leaving and I gave her a smile. Me, sarcastically, damn it. I knew I should have just worn the bikini. What an excellent comeback, I cackled. Straight up sounds like a dialogue choice in Fallout 4. When she asked if OP thought she was funny, I instantly thought, bitch, I'm hilarious, but you're the joke here, lol. Cousin, well, your legs are exposed. I don't want my kids to think that it's okay for a woman to dress this way. She must really hate summer, then. Bare legs. Bare legs everywhere. And, Lou gasped, what is this? Bare ARMS, too? Most inappropriate. She should have completely wrapped herself like a mummy. What kind of a reaction is that? Even really hate this sort of person? Crazy Karen knocked on my friend's door because her daughter wasn't invited to a play date. EM, entitled mom. D, daughter. D was in my kindergarten class, and a couple more throughout my elementary years. She was an odd child, obviously autistic, which I don't blame her for at all. She always threw screeching fits, threw things, etc. Soon it became clear that the mom was a big part of the problem. Blonde hair, absolutely huge, not in a rude way, and scary. That's how I remember her, as a first grader. She had this mindset that everyone should want to be friends with her daughter, and if they didn't, EFF them. She just ended up sabotaging the poor girl. I had a mutual friend with D, this other autistic girl. Oh, she's a sweetheart. Still on good terms with her today. Anyway, me and her had a playdate one time, and throughout our hangout my mom snapped some pics. Her mistake was posting them on Facebook. EM goes storming up to mutual friend's house, enraged after seeing the pictures. She knocks at their door and says, "Is there a playdate we weren't invited to?" And the rest is history. Another time, I remember EM, this grown *** woman, coming up to first grade me and my first grade friend and demanding we stop what we are doing and go with D to the slides. D pipes in, influenced by her mom, saying ball time's over. We were playing tetherball. We politely explained that we were in the middle of a game but D could join if she so pleased. Nope. No, we were being selfish 7-year-olds and it's all we can do to go to the slides with D, who isn't even our friend. I think by the end of this incident, she ran off crying. I hope the daughter is doing better now, I do. Man, that mama/ was a nightmare. She tried to force people to be her daughter's friend, then just scared them off. Anyone else feel old reading this story that the OP's mother was posting to Facebook when OP was in grade 1 and OP is now old enough to post on Reddit? Just putting my birth year in online apps makes me feel old. It's like spinning the wheel on The Price is Right. Mother goes against daughter's wishes when it comes to her new grandchild. I'm a 27-year-old female, my sister is about 29. Ever since our mother, age 58, got remarried a few years ago, we've had a complicated relationship ever since. It came to a point where my sister and brother-in-law went completely no contact due to our mother's behavior. Before and after she got married, our mother wanted to bring our family together by using some unhealthy methods. After some research, me and my sister realized she had been gaslighting and manipulating us. Because of our mom's behavior towards us, we went into counseling and have gotten better with setting up boundaries with our mom. But this isn't exactly the end of this whole thing. Last year, my sister had her first child. This was when she and my brother-in-law were still no contact. They made an exception for her to come and see the baby since it was her grandchild. However, her husband wasn't permitted, 1 because my sister didn't want him there and 2 because there could be a limited number of people in the room. When my mother learned her new hubby couldn't see the baby, she got really offended and said that he had a right to see his grandchild. For some context, our father died suddenly back in 2016, so we don't see anyone else as the baby's grandfather. Anyways, months later, my mom and my sister are beginning to patch things up with our mother, but there's still a bit of uneasiness about the whole situation. Our mom once told us that we didn't have to have a relationship with her new husband, and that he wasn't replacing our dad, and that he couldn't replace our father as the baby's grandfather. However, our mother, being our mother, has completely done the opposite. First of all, she refers to her hubby as the baby's grandfather against my sister's wishes, even coming up with a grandpa name. This makes my sister feel uncomfortable. With me, she talks to me like a child, telling me to say hello to her hubby and make eye contact when he's in the same room. She's also asked us on multiple occasions to accept her new hubby into the family. I know this sounds ridiculous and mean, but we just don't like him, and we don't like the way our mother has acted when he came into our lives. Our mother's behavior changed dramatically when he started dating her. He brings out a narcissistic side we never knew she had. Then go no contact again. Why bother entertaining her? Your sister's kid surely doesn't need her as a grandmother. When she was still no contact, I remember having a visit from her and she basically starting slinging ugly remarks about my sister's mother-in-law. My sister wasn't there, by the way. She basically said that it was sad that her grandchild would have to have my sister's mother-in-law as a grandmother. My sister's mother-in-law isn't perfect, but at least she lets her son and daughter-in-law live their own lives. She needs to be corrected every time she says that, no matter where they are. No yelling, just stating in a calm voice that he is not the grandfather. Don't be afraid of offending or upsetting anyone, just say it. We'll try our best to do that. Even though it was my sister and brother-in-law's choice to go no contact, she either blames me for turning them against or her or my brother-in-law for keeping her from her own daughter and grandchild. I've had more trouble than my sister for keeping no contact. My sister has her husband, but I'm single and don't have many people to help me stand up for myself. Go no contact, you both are adults, and don't need mom or stepdaddy in your lives. Hugs, she isn't going to change. She just wants both of you to do what she wants, and it doesn't seem that she sees you as adults. I have siblings and I have boundaries, one of them overstepped those boundaries and I don't talk to her. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.